kapuso, nagbabalik po tayo dito sa loob ng Phil Oil Eco Oil Center sa lungsod ng San Juan para ipagpatuloy ang ating post-game coverage dito sa inyong paboritong sports and entertainment show. This is Game On. My name is Anton Rojas and as I mentioned earlier, joining us today, Coach Hammer, Martin Antonio, our resident strength and conditioning coach. And of course, for the first time here on the show, we will be joined by one of the most hard-working and dedicated courtside reporters that we have had for the past 2 years. Now she has leveled up and has joined the team as a junior anchor. Promoted na itong si Ann Gabriel. Ann, welcome to the show and welcome to Game On.
Grabe naman, Anton. Parang kinilig naman ako sa sinabi mo. But you know what? My heart is so happy right now. I'm very grateful to be back home. To be back here at the NCAA. Coach Hammer, Anton, let's do it!
Ann, bago tayo magsimula at pag-usapan itong Final Four race, which I mentioned will be our topic today, Coach Hammer and I just want to ask you, and of course, I'm sure the NCAA fans who have followed you are curious to know, ano ba ang pinagkakaabalahan ng isang Ann Gabriel lately? Nakita namin yung feature mo sa NCAA Chess. But what else have you been doing and how happy are you to be back in the NCAA with a different role?
Yes, Anton, mga kapuso, I was away because of personal reasons, health reasons, but now everything's good. I am back. In fact, yeah, I did the report for the chess tournament and it was fun and now I'm here at the Game On. Medyo naninibago, but let's do it.
Naninibago pa siya niyan. Naninibago pa siya niyan, but in rhythm. Ann, welcome back to your
Thank you so
your
much.
NCAA family. Is really happy for you to be here. But again, Anton, you mentioned Final Four implications. 2 of our games today, mga kapuso, last possession, doon nagkatalo. So, yun lang yan doon. This is not good for my blood pressure. Watching the NCAA, taas baba yung blood pressure, pati yung heart rate ko eh. Palakad-lakad nga ako doon sa gilid kayo na si Ann, nakikita
Hindi
ako.
mapakali si Coach Hammer. Actually, kanina pa siya.
Alam niyo guys, this was one of those game days that you encircle on your calendar because yun nga of the Final Four implications and of course, the stars that were ready to ball out dito sa ating laro. So let's break it down. This 3-game schedule, actually our last 3-game schedule dito sa NCAA Season 99 Men's Basketball. Simulan natin with our opening game in the morning kung saan nagtagumpay ang Benilde Blazers laban sa San Sebastian. San Sebastian officially eliminated from the Final Four race. And in this game, Will Gozum started for Coach Charles Tew, Coach Hammer.
Finally playing his natural position, playing as a power forward, si Will Gozum was more comfortable playing within the system and mas marami siyang high percentage shots na in-open up today, talking about the offense of Coach Charles Tew, and their defense in the end game was stellar because at a point, lumalamang pa yung sa San Sebastian, but CSB being able to capitalize on turnovers and being able to execute, especially with extra passes just like that.
And this was a big win for Benilde kasi nga natalo sila laban sa LPU in the battle between the 2 remaining unbeaten teams in the second round. Good bounce-back win for the squad of Coach Charles as they try to make that push for the Final Four. Ann Gabriel, ano naman ang masasabi mo sa tira ni Mark Denver Omega kanina?
You know, one word, miraculous. Sabi nga ni Coach Hammer, nung tinira ni Omega yung 3-point shot at pumasok, sabi niya hulog ng langit.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm not surprised. It is hulog ng langit. It was miraculous. It was phenomenal. They got that win because of him.
Ako, iba yung sasabihin ko, Coach Hammer, and this is with all due respect kay Mark Denver Omega at sa buong Perpetual community. Let's just be real, okay? Hindi 3-point shooter si Mark Denver Omega. Si Jun Roque, ready na tumira. Yung bola na kay Jello Razon. Ano ang nangyari? Si Mark Denver Omega ang nakakuha. Parang ako lang sa billiard table. Lakas tira, lakas tsamba, pumasok ang bola. But if you're Perpetual, you don't care because you need to do anything that you can do to get the win dahil gusto na nilang tumungo sa Final Four.
Mark Denver Omega, bakit nga naman hindi?
Wait, Coach Hammer, Anton, I also want to add, I feel like iba rin talaga yung naging impact na isang Scottie Thompson. Yung presence niya for the past games that they had, iba. I'm sure that he have said a lot of words of encouragement for these Altas. Yung never say die mentality, yung spirit mukhang naipamana niya na sa Perpetual Altas.
Pero at the end of the day, execution lang yan eh. Sa dulo ng game, LPU was leading comfortably. I did the game with Kuya Andre Felix kanina. LPU was comfortably leading, but they were running, they were throwing away the ball, talking about the Altas, but they provided friction. They played physical, they crashed the boards, and talagang trinabaho nila yung panalo. You gotta give credit where credit is due. the Altas is the hottest team right now in the NCAA and they're making a case for that number 4 seed.
Exactly.
Coach Hammer, may tanong ako. Importanteng tanong to para kay Ann Gabriel.
Ano yan?
Ann Gabriel, kung papipiliin ka, sino mas pipiliin mo? Ding Dong Dantes o Dennis Trillo?
Oh my God. Siguro Dennis Trillo.
Bakit?
Because I love Maria Clara at Ibarra and he is the star of that show.
Dalawa kayo, ha?
Pero pwede rin naman David Licauco. Why not?
Uy, wow!
May dark horse, ha? May dark
Baka
horse.
pwede natin siyang makuha kapuso artist. I'd be so glad to be there.
Hindi kasi, di ba, when you choose between Ding Dong and Dennis, you can't lose because you win with either of the two. It's like the matchup earlier in our third game, Jacob Cortez and Clint Escamis. You go with Jacob Cortez, you know he's gonna put in the work. You go with Clint Escamis, you know he's gonna scatter his name across the board. Both players came up with classic NCAA winning performances, but this is basketball, Coach Hammer, and at the end of the day, may isang team na mananalo at may isang
Okay,
team
ka
na
lang ba?
uuwing luhaan.
You know how much I love my son, Beda Red Lions. But at the end of the day, Paulo Hernandez, everybody
Wow.
knew that he is the big game player. Pag endgame, tatlong pangalan eh. Di ba? Tatlong pangalan niya sa NCAA. JM Bravo, Paulo Hernandez, Kurt Rayson. For the past few years, Kurt Rayson has proved himself in the endgame. This year, naging challenging lang for him. That's why they were eliminated early. But Paulo Hernandez, gutsy three-point shot. Could have gone another way if San Beda got the rebound, but at the end of the day, Mapua taking care of business in the last 30 seconds of that game. Remember, San Beda was leading by as much as 13 points before an unsportsmanlike foul was called, clear path foul. And then Mapua stringed a 15-0 run na yun yung nagtawid sa kanila dito. And at the end of the day, championship teams make championship plays.
And that was a championship play right there earlier when I was calling the game with Andre Paras. I said that for Mapua to win the championship, it can't just be Clint Escamis and Warren Bonifacio. It has to be the big three, all clicking at the same time. And that's exactly what happened with Mapua today. Kaya naman nagtagumpay ang Cardinals sa isang makapigil hiningang laban kontra sa Red Lions. Patikim pa lang to, mga kapuso. We are just getting started. We just broke down the 3 games for today. But I will be talking about with Ann Gabriel and Coach Hammer Martin Antonio the Final 4 race. But first, puntahan muna natin ang isang na namang nakakatawang edisyon ng Bolahan kasama si Benji Paras at Andre Paras. Bumisita sila sa LPU Pirates.
Winning streak, losing streak. Tandem yan ng LPU Pirates. Ano ang reaction nila dyan? Malalaman natin dito lang sa Bolahan. Alam ko masakit na 3 sunod na talo. Ano ba yung mas masakit? Matalo ng 3 sunod o mabasted ng 3 sunod sa babae? Sa nililigawan. Ano ba mas masakit doon?
Yung ano po, matalo po ng 3 sunod.
Mas okay na yung mabasted. Kasi mas marami. Ano? Eto, seasonal lang yung NCAA.
Seasonal lang po yun.
Speaking of talo, kaninong team yung ayaw mong mapatalo kayo? Anong team sa NCAA?
Ano po sa akin, Benilde po.
Napansin ko, maganda ang performance mo ngayon. This is only your 2nd year. Ano ang dahilan?
Hindi ko rin po alam, siguro ano. Ano
Gusto
lang
ko
po
sagot
siguro
siya.
na makaano lang ako sa mga ano, sa motivation ko lagi. Yung dinadala ko sa game.
Motivation. Motivation ng coach? Or meron kang
Siguro sa akin po.
sarili mo lang na motivate ka?
Ano po.
Ngayon naman, kasama natin, Arjo Atayde. Ay, hindi pala. Rafael Garo. Medyo hawig eh. Hindi nagsabi na ba sa inyo yan?
Wala po.
Wala pa? Ako pa lang.
First time.
Ito naman, as a reserve player, paano mo ipapakita sa mga players at teammates mo, coaches na deserving ka rin ma-activate?
Yan.
Every na lang po, every practice, always aggressive lang po ako and always ready lang po. Yun lang po yung lagi kong pinapakita sa kanila.
Hindi alam ng lahat na ang mahirap sa assistant coach. Ikaw yung pinagsasabihan ng mga players, di ba?
totoo.
Dahil hindi man nila madiretso doon sa coach. So, ikaw ba, kung ano yung sabihin nila, is nire-relay mo rin kay coach?
Well, of course, as long as syempre makakatulong talaga sa progress ng team, I talk to them, yung concern nila, on the perspective of Coach Gilbert, then explain ko sa kanila. Then I'll talk to Coach Gilbert naman, na perspective naman as ng player.
Maraming coaches na nakikita natin yung pagiging aggressive sa court. Tapos makikita mo pag galit o kaya gulog, hindi na iniintinding itsura. Pero bakit si Coach Gilbert nakatak-in pa rin?
Ako nag-iisip ko nakataking dapat ako ngayon kumupunta sa atin.
So, role ba niya yun?
Started all with Coach Topex pa before, di ba? Na lagi kaming nakatak-in with him. And then, because we still want to continue that culture of discipline, love, serve, care. So maybe that's why we're still doing it, to keep that culture of discipline.
Hindi dahil nafo-focus lagi ng camera.
Kwentuhan at kulitan.
Lahat dyan, dito sa Bolahan.
Okay, so nung in-intro ko tong segment na to, sabi ko, isa na namang nakakatawang edisyon ng Bolahan. Pero for me, that was one of the most serious episodes of Coach
diba, sabi ni
Benji and Andre.
Sabi ni Andre, Bolahan. Ganun yung ano eh. So,
Delivery
medyo-
matters.
Oo, delivery daw, delivery.
Delivery
So,
matters. Okay. Ngayon, mga kapuso, tutungo na po tayo sa ating main discussion for this episode dahil papasok na tayo sa huling full week ng NCAA Men's Basketball. This is our ultimate guide to the NCAA Season 99 Final Four. You like my delivery, guys?
Grabe. Kalmado din.
ang lamig. Ang lamig, parang naka-aircon ah. Grabe. Suwabing-suwabing pagkaka-deliver mo, partner.
Okay, simulan natin. Follow the leader. Sino ba ang nanguna sa ating Final Four race? It is the Mapua Cardinals. And of course, we will begin that discussion sa aming pagbabalik dito sa Game On!
Bola napunta dito kay Jude Roque. And Jude Roque starts the game off with a 3.
Parang Mike Tyson to eh. Kailangan, hindi mo kayang sabayan ng puwersahan to sa simula eh. Kailangan medyo jump-jump ka dito sa perpetual.
Meanwhile,
Plus, they're a tough team despite their current rank in the standings. They shouldn't be overlooked because they're a solid team with a system na bagay sa kanila. Humble, prepared, and willing to do whatever the team needs from him.
ito yung unang tira. Jude Roque, what a season he is having.
Let's begin our ultimate guide to the NCAA Season 99 Final Four. And of course, it starts with our league leaders, the Mapua Cardinals, improving their record today to 12-3 after that big three-point shot by Paulo Hernandez that is making Coach Hammer get into his feelings. Coach Hammer, is there anything you want to get off your chest right now?
San Beda played their hearts out. Kaya lang sa dulo, it was a defense of Mapua that dictated the tempo. Scrambles on loose balls. They were blanketing the main offensive option, which was Jacob Cortez. The point of attack was being clocked down, especially in the lane. There were numerous times that the kickouts and the outside shots were there. Pero ang pagkakataon at ang panalo hindi ngumiti para sa San Beda. But you gotta give credit where credit is due. 8 minutes, down 13 points. Mapua mounted a rally. Rosilio, their standout guard, really stepped up big time. Cuenco hit timely three-pointers. Recto made a three-pointer. And of course, the finishing blow was Paulo Hernandez with that big three-point shot na nagtawid sa kanila para sa panalo.
And I know as a courtside reporter, you can't be biased, but I just want to be, I'm just curious about this. Season 97, who was your favorite player? Season 98, who was your favorite player?
Season 97 will definitely be Renza Bando. Of course, he
Okay.
was our rookie MVP. Season 98, well, I have a lot. Pero siguro, we have here Kurt Grayson as well from
Okay.
Letran. He was doing a great job at that time.
Season 99.
Season 99. I think lahat naman tayo sagot ay ang leading rookie MVP candidate. It will probably be Clint Escamis because he has been bringing Mapua to its level of competition right now. Kung hindi dahil sa kanya, without his presence, it might be a bit difficult for Mapua. But because he is there, Mapua is now our top-ranking team.
Coach, I had a long chat with Clint before the game in the dugout at nagulat ako.
Beda niya.
Nanggaling pala sa
Oo,
San Beda Alabang.
San
si
Beda
Clint
Alabang, si
Escamis.
Clint Escamis. And he had an opportunity to play for the Red Cubs, but the roster were filled.
Hindi daw
But-
siya kinuha sa
yung,
tryout eh.
Parang yung kwento din ni Warren Bonifacio na hindi siya nabigyan ng pagkakataon to play for a school that he was enrolled in, and Mapua was there to open their arms and embrace. Ngayon, sinusuklian naman nila by playing their hearts and their guts out for this squad.
Ang ganda ng character development nitong si Clint Escamis. Isipin mo yon, nag-try out sa Lasal Zobel, hindi kinuha. Nag-try out sa San Beda Taytay, hindi kinuha. Tinawagan ni Coach Yong Garcia, actually a different coach who contacted Coach Yong Garcia. We gotta give a shout out to this guy, Coach Cesar Babasa. Siya yung nag-contact kay Coach Yong, and Coach Yong told him to come to the Malayan Red Robins kung saan nanalo ng 2 championship si Clint Escamis. Took a different path in college. He was actually injured during his final year in the juniors. ACL partially torn. He had to get surgery. Bumalik siya sa Mapua, and he has transformed from high school musical Zac Efron to Baywatch Zac Efron.
Grabe, development. That is development. Zac Efron, oh my God, I know.
Coach, you were expecting Dwayne Johnson?
Isa lang yung masasabi ko. Isa lang yung masasabi ko dito, Anton. Mapua was lacking a guy that can create points in a hurry. This season, nabigyan sila ng mga wing guys that can knock down 3-point shots. That's Cuenco. Recto, who is a multi-dimensional power forward, small forward, combo forward. Rosilio is a very impressive guard, but the stick that stirs the drink, Clint Escamis, plugging everywhere. And ito yung kulang sa kanila ng season 97.
Yeah.
Somebody that can call his own number and make the shot when it counts the most. And Paulo Hernandez, nawala ng pressure ngayon to create the whole game. Now, he can just step up and plug in. Parang Carmelo Anthony in the end game for those knockout lows.
Team USA, Carmelo Anthony.
Yep.
Catch and shoot, waiting on the wings. All right, so that's the answer for Mapua on how to get to the Final Four. Follow the leader, follow Clint Escamis, and he will lead them to the promised land. Let's go to the next team, LPU. And the answer for this, the theme for the LPU Pirates is to stay the course. Coach Gilbert Malabanan has a crew of players with no standalone star. On any given day, a player can be the star of their own movie. The LPU Pirates, may kukumpara ko sila sa Avengers. Minsan si Captain America yung bida, minsan si Iron Man yung bida, pero minsan natatalo din ang LPU.
akala
Parang
ko Oceans
Avengers Infinity War yung nangyari kanina laban sa Perpetual, pero babawi pa yan sa endgame.
Definitely, Anton. You know, the LPU Pirates, they have the tools. They have a great coach, great players. It's just that natalo sila kanina against Perpetual. But, you know, they've been excelling so far here at season 99. For sure, they have a great chance pa rin for that Final Four spot and that twice to beat advantage.
Well, LPU is all about culture. Let's not mince our words. Coach Gilbert Malabanan was the perfect guy, is still the perfect guy to handle this team. Loving, serving, and caring. He cares about his players, that's one. That's why everybody buys into the system. You can't find a guy like Mac Guadagna that would buy in as your third two-guard on the rotation. They are 15 deep. Ganon sila kalalim. Pagkalaban mo ang LPU, kailangan ready ka na kalaban 15. 15 sa 15 ang laban. Hindi sila top-heavy tulad ng mga ibang teams sa 2-3 players na yung kailangan mong scout. Sila, sabi pa nga ni Anton, para silang Avengers. Kompleto. Parang Ocean's 11. Everybody can make a lift. Ganun lang kasimple. And ang nangyari lang towards the latter part of the game earlier, Mark Omega and the Perpetual Altas, June Roque, they were able to capitalize on the minuscule miscues ng LPU and hulog ng langit. So, yun yung nangyari. But LPU has that culture and if you're playing against a team like this, in the last 3 minutes, even key up momentum, lagi silang may chance manalo. Kaya kung kailangan mo LPU, kailangan layuan mo na. Lumayo yung EAC. Kala yung naabot pa. But at the end of the day, they need to just stay the course, as what we said, and lock it in.
And paboritong player mula sa kupunan ni Coach Gilbert Malabanan at bakit?
JM Bravo.
JM Bravo. I like that choice. I love that choice. Okay, why?
Like
Explain,
that?
Ann.
Okay. So why? JM Bravo, he ain't no star player, but he is a great role player. He is at its best as a role player. Defensive-wise, he is there, he's able to deliver, but offensively, he knows when to throw those 3-point shots and he knows also how to become a scavenger. Meaning, magaling siya pumulot ng mga nahuhulog na bola, offensive rebounds. So all-around player, I must
Pinaganda
say.
mo pa, basurero. Yun ang laro.
Basurero.
Oo.
Eto, sabihin na lang natin, Coach Hammer, JM Bravo is the epitome, of being a star in your role.
Pero ako, sinabi ko nga kanina yung mga pangalan. Paul Hernandez is one of the closers for the Mapua University Cardinals. At the end game, laging siyang pinupuntahan. Either on the post or on 3 for an ISO. Sa kabilang team naman, pag naghahabol sa dulo, it's JM Bravo. He doesn't care if it's the biggest shot of the game. As long as he has a straight line, he would drive it. Or if it's open, he will knock it down. Ganun siya kakumpiyansa. And his confidence stems from the belief and the trust of their coach sa kanya.
All right, so from a role player who plays like a star, we go talk about a bona fide star. Let's go to the Benilde Blazers, ang kupunan na consensus championship favorite bago nagsimula ang NCAA Season 99. You know what, guys? For the past couple of nights, I've been tossing and turning in my bed, wondering why Will Gozum is coming off the bench, why Will Gozum is sitting down for the first 7 minutes of the first quarter before coming in like cold French fries inside the cinema. So when he comes in, he's not as crispy, he's not as fast, he's not as juicy as the MVP favorite that you want to see. But today, Coach Charles Tew made the advantage. Pinakawalan niya yung MVP. He was in the starting lineup. He was the leading scorer, and the Benilde Blazers won the game. I think it is about time that we hashtag free Will Gozum so he can do MVP things.
Well, number one, position shift. Playing the power forward again gets him comfortable. It gives him an advantage athletically against some of the power forwards in the NCAA. Kita mo itong matchup na to. Kalahat against Will Gozum. Kalahat plays that wing combo forward position. On this starting lineup, he played that power forward position. He gives up 3 inches and a lot of length against Will Gozum. Pag tinapatan mo naman ang mas malaking player, kayang iwanan ni Will. Pagdating sa NCAA, advantage talaga siya because he's very mobile and very good when it comes to finishing inside the shaded area. So, yun lang yung aantabayanan natin. Kasi it doesn't matter how you start off games. It doesn't matter how you start off the season. If you're in the conversation, at the end of the day, you would go to the best 5 players and Will Gozum is definitely their best player.
And I'm sure you've had many opportunities para ma-interview itong si Will Gozum. Ano masasabi mo sa growth nitong player na to na we have covered since season 97?
You know, Will Gozum always has it. He has the skills, he has everything to become an MVP. It's just that yun nga, medyo nag-limited yung minutes niya for this season. But now that he is back, hindi lang yung scoring niya yung bumabalik for the College of St. Benilde, but once na ibalik mo siya sa court, lumalabas yung kumpiyansa rin ng kanyang mga teammates. It gives them the energy na heto yung MVP namin lumalaban with us. So that's why CSB won earlier today.
And if he has the free will, if he has the opportunity to start the game, Benilde will win. He is the barometer, and Coach Charles Tew said it himself. We will go as far as Will Gozum takes us. Let's go to the next team. Pag-usapan natin ang San Beda University Red Lions. Coach Hammer was already getting into his feelings earlier about it. Alam mo, para sa akin, I want to ask you this, Coach Hammer. Para sa akin, kasi kung LPU Avengers, itong San Beda Young Avengers, yung sina Spider-Man pa, sina Miss Marvel, sina Kate Bishop, yung mga heroes na hindi pa handa labanan ang isang Thanos-level threat. So do you think this is a case of too young because you have a young Jomel Puno, you have a young Jacob Cortez, you have a sophomore James Payosing, sila ang nagdadala sa team. Are they too young to win a championship,
No excuses.
Coach Hammer?
No excuses. Youth is often wasted on the up. Diba? Yan ang lagi sinasabi sa atin. When the opportunity is right there, I would always go back to what one of my favorite coaches that I played for, also part of the NCAA family, Coach Topex Robinson. He would always tell us, his players, na yung opportunity darating yan. Whether you're ready or you're not, you have to step up and deliver. Hindi babalik ulit yan. Dire-diretso ang buhay, aabante. But at the end of the day, San Beda lost in the end game. Via a Jade Talampas three-pointer, via a Romel Kalahat offensive rebound, via a three-pointer by Paul Hernandez. That's 3 of the 4 losses na. Only by 1 possession. That they are at the cusp of winning. Ganun kasimple. It's the small plays. Might be attributed to the youth. Na-mention ni Coach Jude Roque. Boss Jude, he mentioned it to you when you asked him about San Beda and how they would be faring this year. It would be a testy year for San Beda because veterans have graduated. JB Pahio and James Quecote, 2 of our top 5 players in season 98. And 3 of their top 10 players move on to a different school. That's Tony Inot, who was an MVP in a league yesterday. Justin Sanchez, who is also one of the top 5 players in that league. And Gabby Cometa, Coach Yuri Escueta's backup point guard last season. So mabigat yung mga nawala dito sa San Beda.
Ang sinabi ni Coach Jude sa akin, it's the most challenging year for San Beda since he became the team manager. And when he told me that, I went into the locker of San Beda. I apologized to Coach Jude, who's a longtime friend, one of my first broadcast partners ever. Apologized to Coach Yuri Escueta. I said, I hope you guys aren't mad at me na hindi ko sinama ang San Beda sa Final Four because of those reasons that you just mentioned. Masyadong mabigat yung mga nawala.
But you've seen them perform in the first round. They were 7-2. Ngayon medyo na-check sila. They're 1-4 in the second round. The biggest question right now is, will you wear your big boy pants? And will you perform with your backs against the wall, with your dreams being taken care of by other people? Will you take that Final Four slot? Or will you let other people take it from you? The cards are still in their hands. It's simple as that.
Yeah, and it's gut check time. Kanina, they had an opportunity to win, but unfortunately, Yuki and Andrada, Paul George, that last shot from the corner. Before we head into a break, because we have been so into this discussion, interesting quote from a man of quotable quotes, Coach Hammer, and you're a deep thinker. I want you to comment sa sinabi ni Coach kanina na the youth is often wasted on the young. What say you?
You know what, looking at a basketball perspective, being young is actually an advantage. So I agree with Coach Hammer na na-waste yun because they have the speed, they have the youthness, you know, in them, which is an advantage against, older or more senior players going against with. So it really is a waste. So I agree with Coach Hammer.
Kaya nila yan. Ako, I'm speaking not now as a panelist, but as an alumni. I always believed in my squad. I always believed in my school, even during the times na 0-12. Alam ni Boss Led dyan, 0-12, 2-12, 0-14 those years. And then I played with a team that lost 19 straight games from the off-season going into the season. The following year, we won a championship. It's ebbs and flows. Parang letran. Ganyan yan eh. May transition ng mga players, but you have to stay the course. You gotta keep on keeping on, and you have to believe dahil that's all you got, that's all you need. Kung sino lang ang nasa loob ng team.
Alam mo, masakit pakinggan yung na-waste yung youth, na-waste yung game, because theoretically, na-waste yung laro ni Jacob Cortez, but personally, I don't think it's a waste because lahat ng mga highlights niya kanina, yung reaction ng kanyang tatay na si Mike Cortez tuwing tumitira siya ng mga ganyan, napakahirap, impossible shots. The reaction from a father that loves a son, absolutely priceless. Jacob Cortez doing King Lion things. This is what I'm talking about. Moments like this last forever. It's gonna live on the internet in season 149. It's still gonna be there. The cool cat, Mike Cortez, breaking out a rare smile.
He was showing that right smile. But I'll give you a quick trivia. Jacob plays so well when Tita Joy is watching the games, and she was there beside Kuya Mike, and of course his cousins are there, and you couldn't ask for more. Kay Jacob Cortez, he has been throwing his body around. He has been bothered by a bad foot, bad hip, and a bad shooting hand since the late part of the first round. Yuki Andrada had the hamstring strain, is nursing tendinitis on his shoulders, but no excuses. No excuses. The moment that you wear your jersey, you saw those guys. They're throwing their body. Peter Alfaro, you gotta give a shout out to the captain, still working his way back, had concussions prior to the season. He broke his nose, suffered a cut on his eyebrow, was out of commission with a concussion, working back, and yun lang yun eh. At the end of the day, you have 4 games. Seniors, Cliff Hopia, Dami Contapay, JV Gallego, and Peter Alfaro. You gotta give it to those guys. They serve the school. Now, for the younger guys, you have to win for your seniors.
It's their time. And sinabi ko nga kanina sa broadcast, I don't care if he's only in his 3rd year, crown him. He is the King Lion, Jacob Cortez. Unbelievable player. And since, you're a junior anchor right now, let's take a break. I want you to lead us into the break.
All right.
This is first time in history. Okay.
Are you ready? All right. Mga kapuso, we'll be back here only at Game On!
NCAA at nagbabalik na rin ang mga players dito sa dugout. Kaya naman ngayon, susurpresahin, chichikain at gugulatin natin ang mga players dito sa Jose Rizal University o ang JRU Heavy Bombers. Now once again, this is Mickey Santos. Ito ang dugout raid at tara na! Okay, sino kaya una? Hello! Okay, saktang-sakto. So, kamusta naman? Anong ginagawa mo ngayon?
That's Coach.
Ay, dadaan si Coach. Pero sige, hello Coach! Hello! Ako, ang pogi-pogi naman ni Coach. Pero yun nga, no, ano po yung mga ginagawa mo kada game bago magsimula para ma-sureness natin na magandang performance mo?
Wala lang. Nakikipagkulitan lang ako sa teammates ko. Ini-enjoy ko lang yung mga moments na kasama yung teammates ko kasi ito nga, last season ko na din naman ngayon.
Last season na. Pero dahil nga last season mo na, pakita mo naman kami ng pinaka-pogi mong move. 3, 2, 1, go! Ay, smile lang. Good boy lang siya. Smile lang siya. Sino pa kaya ang susunod na player natin dito? Okay, sino? Hello. Kamusta? Player ka ba? Bale, reserve ka? Okay, kamusta naman? Anong ginagawa mo ngayon?
Wala, nag-scroll lang social media.
Bilang isang reserve, ano bang kalimitang ginagawa ng isang reserve?
Nag-o-observe kung anong mga nangyayari sa inside the court, tas outside the court. Tas yung pag mga nadadown yung mga teammates, syempre, ili-lift up namin para mas magkaroon ng kumpiyansa sa loob ng court.
Okay, so sinasabi mo nga na nag-o-observe ka. Sino pinakamatakas?
Pinakamatakaw, actually lahat kami.
Lahat kayo. Sino pinakamaraming nakakain?
Wala, lumabas si William C.
Wala, lumabas na si William C. At dahil dito, ay pala, lumabas! Saktong-sakto! Anong ginawa mo dun sa room na yun?
Naglabas ng saman loob.
Nalabas mo naman lahat?
Nalabas ka naman lahat.
Nalabas mo naman lahat. So, ready ka na sa magiging game niya mamaya?
Ready na.
Okay. So, kapag nakakashoot ka ba, anong ginagawa mong pose? Meron ka ba mga celebratory pose?
Actually, wala eh.
Pero kung gagawin...
Mga kapuso, you're still watching your favorite sports and entertainment show. This is Game On. So, we are discussing the ultimate guide to the NCAA Season 99 Final Four. We've already broke down the scenarios for the first 5 teams. So, let's go to the final teams. The first 4 teams. So, meron pa tayong 3. Pag-uusapan natin ngayon ang JRU, and this is a topic that Coach Hammer is very into because JRU is a team that you've been very high on.
Yep.
And I did say this nung nag-cover tayo ng kanilang opening game. This is the year that everything should come together for the Heavy Bombers. Pero I feel like sa ngayon, alam niyo yung palabas na Oppenheimer? Diba, yun yung kwento na gumagawa sila ng atomic bomb. Yung JRU ngayon, parang gumagawa ng atomic bomb. Ang tanong na lang, sasabog ba ito o hindi? Kasi pag hindi sumabog, hindi sila aabot sa Final Four.
Dami mong time, Kanina nakanood ka na.
Naisip
Avengers,
pa niya yun.
Oppenheimer, Baywatch. I
know
like
what you've
it.
been doing
Ang dami mong time manood ng movies.
Hindi ko pa nga napanood yung huling episode ng Magandang Dilag but that's besides the point.
Pero
Okay.
shinare mo na yung screen grab. Shinare mo na.
Uy.
At the end of the day, alam mo, caught off guard siya. At the end of the
Walang
day,
nasabi.
JRU had a testy season 97. without their leading guys. They were not able to make the rosters. We're talking about Ray De La Rosa, John Amores, Asia Miranda, and those boys. Season 98, they were caught in the middle of a very unfortunate incident that hindered their chances to make the Final Four. Season 99, they started very solid. Now, just like San Beda, they're traversing into rough waters. Ganun lang kasimple yan. And kailangan sumandig ka dun sa mga veterano mo. Which is, they're playing really well. Asia Miranda, who was player of the game yesterday, Ray De La Rosa, after coming back from his concussion, played well in back-to-back games. And itong si JL De Los Santos, who is absolutely underrated this year, the way that he is orchestrating this offense. And all the role players will be plugging in with the other needs that you have.
And what do you say about JRU being somebody that also covered them the past 2 years? Kasi proseso to eh. This is a process that started in season 95, pre-pandemic. Coach Louis Gonzalez has been here. This is his 4th season. What can you say about the journey of JRU to try to make it back to the Final Four?
You know, the JRU Heavy Bombers, tulad last season, season 98, they almost had it in the first round. But yun nga, second round, dun tayo medyo nagkaroon ng problema. So here at the season 99, they also had it for their first round. Pero dito sa second round, medyo they're struggling. They're at 3 wins, 3 losses. So sana they get their form back because kailangan nila, they need to win the remaining games so that they would still have the chance to get into the Final Four.
Nakuha na nila eh, di ba? They found their groove in the first round. They played so well. They just have to get back to basics, Coach Hammer.
Hinga lang na malalim. Kalma lang. Kalma lang. Trust the system. Trust JRU basketball and everything will fall into place.
Sa tono ni Coach Hammer, parang ano siya, nagli-lead siya ng gym class eh, di ba? Parang calisthenics.
Steady lang. Grabe ka naman
gym membership, nagtuturo ng pre-workout, yung mga stretching para hindi ma-injure.
Stretching lang. Konti. But okay. Alam mo, we talked about the first 2 teams kanina. All these teams, from Benilde down to the wire, the best thing that they can do is win all their remaining games just to secure that slot. Dahil it's a very, very competitive season 99. O hanggang 7th seed may pagkakataon humabol para makapasok dyan sa Final Four.
Alright, win all your remaining games. Itong EAC, meron pang 3 laro na natitira and the magic number for them is 11. If they win 11 games, this will have been the winningest season in EAC history since joining the NCAA since season 85, 2009. But, ang tanong dito, Ann Gabriel, sapat na ba ang 11 panalo para makapasok sa Final Four?
Anton, can I just say how proud I am first of the EAC Generals? I was their courtside reporter since season 97. I've seen their struggles. Narinig ko na yung sayang, sana kami naman. And now that finally they're slowly climbing up that ladder, parang nakaka-proud. I feel like a proud nanay because, no, really.
Ano ito? Sayang, sana kami naman.
Basketball po ang pinag-uusapan. Okay.
You know, you should meet Coach Gerson Cabiltes. Yeah.
I also want to meet the new point guard, the rookie point guard, Kyle Ochava. I feel like he was the one who brought...
Wait, okay yun na matchup, no?
No, I feel like he brought a lot of order and calmness sa team. Siya yung parang alam na ng Generals kung saan yung direction na pupuntahan nila because of this rookie point guard.
Yeah, and I'm so happy for them kasi nga, you know, this is a team that joined the NCAA family. Sabay sila ng Arellano as a guest team and now they're a proud member. They're proud to be here in the NCAA and we love to see progress on all levels. On the talent level here, on the player level, on the coaches level. We love to see progress and that's what we're trying to inspire here in the NCAA. So let's go to the final team with a big win today.
Hottest team.
Hulog ng langit, a prayer answered off the glass, Mark Denver Omega. He is the least likely player to hit a game-winning triple, but they did it and they will take it. In the first round, Coach Hammer, alam naman natin yung opensa ni Coach Mike Sagigit, it's the triangle offense. I did not see a triangle in the first round. I saw a hexagon, and then I saw a pentagon, and then I saw a square. It is only in the second round that I finally see the triangle, and that is the reason kung bakit nananalo ang Perpetual ngayon.
Well, number 1, Perpetual had an opportunity to give a different look. Kaya mukhang pentagon, kaya mukhang hindi siya equilateral pagka tinatakbo mo on both sides, geometric terms. Pero nakita natin na dahil ang talent nila ngayon, they are not really going into that post-entry. Ang ginagawa nila on that elbow entry ngayon. Tapos ini-spread out nila para nagkakaroon ng Roque, Pagaran, and Nitura action na ball screen. Yun yung nagbigay sa kanila ng different look in the second round. And ganun pa rin sila when it comes to their offense. They run the triangle, they are religious followers of Coach Mike Sagigit. Ang pumick up sa kanila is the intensity on the defensive end at kung gaano sila humabol ng bola sa rebounds, triniple pa nila. Kaya pagkakalaban mo yung Perpetual, kailangan ready ka magpamasahe. Kasi sigurado, masahihan yung laban, if you know what I mean. You want to get rebounds, if you want to get rebounds, if you want to get possessions, you have to be ready. Dahil, to quote Coach Norman Black when I had a conversation with him, rebounding will get you hit, but the ones that get hit and get the ball, those are the guys that give an opportunity for their teams to win.
Tsaka Coach Hammer Anton, kung kanina gusto ko ma-meet si Kyle Ochavo, gusto ko ma-meet si Scottie Thompson. I feel like I wanna know kung ano yung...
Maybe we can get that done. Our
Thank you
bosses
so
are
much.
here.
No, really, I want to know kung anong sinabi niya sa mga Altas dahil parang sobrang nagising sila this second round. Talagang they've been winning their recent games and I feel like that brought a lot of confidence at saka kumpiyansa, moral sa Perpetual Altas team.
By the way, I just remembered it was actually Ann Gabriel who reported the story kung bakit number 86 si Cyrus Nitura. How proud are you that Cyrus came in last year as a rookie? Kami ni Bo Belga, we were covering his game. We were wondering who he was, where he came from, why he was wearing a very unusual number na nakikita lang natin sa NBA 2K. But here he is now, a sophomore stud. Ano masasabi mo, Ann Gabriel? How proud are you
I'm so
of the
happy,
development of this kid?
and I'm so proud of him. Kasi medyo mahihain yan in person. Pero the fact that he's able to unleash himself pag sa loob ng court, and especially now at season 99, what a big job, a good job for him.
Thunder and Lightning, you coined
Thunder
it.
and Lightning end. Remember, I told you and Martin, watch out for Sai Nitura this season.
You did that.
Because he had a very good off-season. I told you he gained a lot of weight and he is stronger now. And mukhang tumangkad pa nga eh. Mukhang tumangkad pa si Sai Nitura. Lumapad,
He's been in the gym.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And yun yung nagbibigay sa kanila ng different look. Ang Perpetual nakakalaro ngayon ng 4 na maliliit magkakasama. Dahil yung maliliit nila, 6'5 din na win. Si Nitura, si Pagaran, etong si Roque, at minsan si Omega o si Abby. Sabi pala ni John Abis kanina, magka-chat kami.
Yeah.
Kami tatlo nila Mark Omega. Sabi niya, shooter na raw si Mark Omega.
Okay,
Shooter na.
kasi...
Ngayong araw lang na to. Ngayong araw lang na to kasi na-shoot. kasi na-shoot.
Andre was telling me earlier, Mark was 3 out of 6 before he hit that 3.
Oh,
but
50% three-point shooter.
50%.
Pero if you ask Coach Mike Sagigit, he would tell you, Mark, kumuha ka lang na rebound. 10 points of rebounds and biggest field goal might be of his season 99 is that.
And he was challenged.
Oh.
My God.
Kasi ito nagkaroon ng switch dito eh. Sean O'Malley picking up itong si Jello Razon and Neil Guy na yung humabol galing sa bottom. And kumpiyansa na eh, nakaready siya tumira. Pag na-shoot, shoot. Ganun naman yan.
That shot right there, yun yung tipong mas masakit pa sa isang breakup text eh. Yung ganung klaseng
Kung
pagkatalo.
ikaw ang LPU fan, no? Very...
Daalim yung dalawa.
Tumatagos sa puso yung ganung klaseng tira. Yung panalo na, natalo pa. And it's been a great day. It's been a great NCAA season, 99 season. Even the young fans are enjoying the action. What can you say so far about the entire experience? And congratulations, by the way, 2 seasons at courtside, now with me and Coach Hammer here on Game On. Talk about the entire experience and, you know, the inspiration that we're trying to provide dito sa NCAA.
Can I just say na for every season, we always say the games will be unpredictable. But I would say that this season 99 is a different level, different kind of unpredictability. Yung mga nasa taas ngayon, medyo nasa baba. Yung mga nasa baba, ngayon naman tumataas, slowly climbing up that ladder. If you would ask me about my reaction, I would say that my heart is divided into 2. A part of me is sad. Because, you know, like for instance, Letran, I've been their courtside reporter for a lot of times and seeing them somehow at the bottom, it is very disheartening. I've seen their victory, so this one is very saddening for everyone. But also, a part of me is happy and proud sa mga nasa baba na ngayon umaakyat. They have now their spotlight na deserve din naman nila ever since. So, this just shows us yung cliche, yung saying na bilog ang bola, totoo talaga yung dito sa NCAA.
Coach Hammer, masasabi ko lang dyan sa comment ni Ann na I wish my heart was divided into two. If any person had two hearts, then they can survive 5 breakups and a romance.
Alden and Julia. Oh my God.
Basta ako, Anton. Last full week natin. Last 2 weeks na NCAA. Magbabaon na ako ng maraming tulog. Kakain ako ng marami. Magbubuhat ako ng matiin bukas. Kasi kailangan ko to this coming weeks for watching all the games. Every game matters. Even if yung San Sebastian, Arellano, and Letran, yan yung they are at the point of pooping the party para dito sa mga teams na magpa-participate pa in the Final Four.
And tell us what's going down on Tuesday.
All right, on Tuesday we have this exciting game between Letran Knights and the Arellano Chiefs at 1:30 p.m. Syempre dito lang yan sa PhilOil Eco Oil Center.
And of course, that's just the first game. It's a battle for pride. Pagkatapos niyan, good game.
Another good game here at 3:30 p.m. The JRU Heavy Bombers will go against the EAC Generals dito pa rin sa PhilOil.
All right, so that does it for us here on Game On. Pleasure working with you guys, and we hope you enjoyed us breaking down the ultimate guide to the NCAA Final Four. This has been Anton Ross, Coach Hammer, and Ann Gabriel for Game On!